The Importance of Being Earnest.
Author Oscar Wilde.
Genre comedy satire.
Published 1895.
Setting, Victorian England.
Main themes: identity, social satire, marriage, deception, class, and morality. Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Earnest is a quintessential work of Victorian satire, combining witty dialogue with sharp observations on society's pretenses, particularly surrounding social norms and the nature of identity. Often hailed as Wilde's masterpiece, this play exposes the absurdities and contradictions within the Victorian society through a humorous yet thought-provoking lens. Wilde's skillful wordplay, paradoxes, and mastery of dialogue highlight his talent for both social commentary and comedic timing. The play opens with two friends, Jack Worthing and Algernon Moncrieff, engaging in clever banter. Jack, who lives a double life, is known as Jack in the countryside, where he acts as a guardian to a young girl, Cecily, and as Ernest when in the city, where he seeks excitement. Similarly, Algernon maintains a Bunbury for himself, a fictional invalid friend who provides him an excuse to escape social obligations whenever needed. Jack is in love with Algernon's cousin, Gwendolen Fairfax, and wishes to marry her. However, Gwendolen insists she can only love someone named Ernest, attracted to the idea of a man with such a name. Jack's proposal is accepted, but Gwendolen's formidable mother, Lady Bracknell, interrupts, disapproving of Jack's unknown parentage, which was the result of him being abandoned in a handbag as an infant. Meanwhile, Algernon becomes intrigued by Jack's young ward, Cecily, and, posing as Ernest, visits her at Jack's country estate. Cecily, already infatuated with the idea of Ernest, also quickly falls for him. Complications arise as the two women discover both men's deceptions, which leads to confrontations, confusion, and, ultimately, revelations about identity. By the end, Jack's true lineage is revealed, and indeed his real name is Ernest. The play concludes with both couples finding happiness, though Wilde leaves his audience with a playful jab at the seriousness with which society treats identity and propriety. Jack Worthing, Ernest, the protagonist, who navigates dual identities as a responsible guardian in the country and a carefree bachelor in the city. His duplicity symbolizes the absurdity of social expectations and the lengths to which individuals go to maintain certain appearances. Algernon Moncrieff, Wilde's mouthpiece for wit and satire. Algernon is a hedonistic bachelor who avoids responsibility. His Bunburying represents a form of escapism and highlights the hypocrisy within society. Gwendolen Fairfax and Cecily Cardew, both are charming and intelligent, but absurdly fixated on the name Ernest. Their superficiality reflects Wilde's critique of romantic idealism and societal expectations placed upon marriage and relationships. Lady Bracknell, the embodiment of aristocratic values. Lady Bracknell's focus on status, wealth, and lineage brings a biting satire to the rigid Victorian class system. Her interrogation of Jack's lineage humorously illustrates the obsession with pedigree. The nature of identity. Wilde uses Jack's and Algernon's false identities to explore the nature of self and the fluidity of identity. This concept of Bunburying, or living a double life, challenges the notion of a stable singular self, suggesting that identity can be molded and manipulated to suit social needs. The satire of marriage and romance. Wilde portrays marriage as a social contract rather than a romantic endeavor. Both Jack and Algernon pursue marriage under false pretenses, revealing the shallowness of societal expectations surrounding romance. Class and social status. Through Lady Bracknell, Wilde mocks the aristocracy's obsession with social status. Lady Bracknell's lengthy list of requirements for a suitable suitor emphasizes the absurd rigidity of Victorian society's class distinctions. Hypocrisy and deception. Wilde uses deception to reveal how societal rules often force individuals into falsehoods. Jack and Algernon's double lives represent the hypocrisy inherent in a society that values appearance over honesty. Wilde's language is characterized by paradoxes, epigrams, and irony, creating a play that's as verbally dazzling as it is conceptually profound. His use of wit not only entertains, but critiques society's trivial obsessions and restrictive moral codes. The play structure, with its quick pace and tight scenes, allows for the comedy to flow effortlessly, drawing the audience into the layered satire of each line. The importance of being earnest is often considered a triumph of British theatre, having been a radical work for its time and a precursor to modernist approaches in drama. Wilde's critique of society's shallow obsessions remains relevant today, reflecting how societal norms can still prompt individuals to perform identities for acceptance. Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Earnest continues to be celebrated for its timeless humor and sharp social critique. Its commentary on identity, love, and society still resonates, offering audiences not just laughter, but a chance to reflect on the nature of truth and the farcical constructs of society. For readers and theatergoers alike, the play remains a delightful exploration of human folly and societal expectations. Wilde's masterful wit and wisdom ensure that this play endures as one of the most beloved works of satire in the English language.